Hey guys, Mike Toy, Bonsai Boise. So today I'm going to be working on one of these clearance Schefflera clumps. I've done a few of these so far. I like them because you can pick them up dirt cheap at the end of the summer, you know, 10 bucks, 12 bucks, something like that. And you can make either a clump style bonsai or you can make multiple single bonsais or anything in between. And not to mention, these things are usually, you know, 3 feet tall, so you take clippings of it and make, for $10 you get a lot of material. So Schefflera is not always the most exciting to work with, but it can be because it's indoor in the wintertime, it's outdoor in the summertime. It's, you know, fairly low maintenance, so so I like them. So long story short, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to maximize the potential from one of these clearance Schefflera clumps by turning it into a smaller clump style bonsai, and I'm going to put it into this pot right here. And then two, I'm going to take some of these and turn them into single bonsais. And if I think there's some good material after that, I might even keep a few cuttings from it. So I'm going to dive in here and show you a close-up of what it looks like inside. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to give you a close-up here of the inside. So there's a lot of good potential in this one, but you can see there's also some big flaws here to work out. Like this guy, for example, this guy right here, he's kind of just in the middle of everything. And it's tough to get a good shot there. But he's kind of just in the middle saying, hey everybody, I'm just gonna, you know, screw up any design here. So we're gonna have to remove him and make a single bonsai out of him. Probably also going to remove this one and make it into a single, only because it's got some really cool aerial roots and a lot of new growth on it there. So I think that one will make a good single shoot bonsai. And then we'll just kind of see how it goes from there. Basically, what I really want to capture for this clump style at least is 4 to 6 shoots coming out, kind of like this one. I would like if this one was a little bit thicker and with a little more age to it, like this one here and this color there. But it is what it is. It has good movement to it, so we might make something out of that. But very first thing I'm going to do is defoliate this so that we can actually see what's going on in there. I did a partial defoliation already, and now it's ready for the full defoliation. So let's dive back in here. I'm going to zoom out and we'll get started. Okay, so that was a look at the inside there. So now what I'm going to do, like I said, is go ahead and just defoliate this the rest of the way. I might leave a couple little shoots if they're not really in the way, like for example this guy here. No point in getting rid of him or these other little shoots because that'll just weaken it further. It always weakens the tree a little bit when you defoliate it, but they can take it and they bounce back, so it doesn't permanently harm them most of the time. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump in now, get this out of this pot after I defoliate it, and we'll start to separate these out a little bit. And the ones that I'm not able to use in the clump, I'm just going to put it in a little bucket of water here, and we'll figure out what to do with them afterwards. And then I'm going to make the clump style into that other pot. So
You have to have it.
original plan. I was thinking this would be more of a clump style, but it ended up being a triple trunk bonsai. And you know, it doesn't look like much now because it's defoliated, obviously. But as soon as it recovers from the butchery that I just gave it, it should look pretty good, I think. I mean, it's got some nice aerial roots, some of which I think might be dead, but I know they all weren't. And the reason that I went with this style in the end was just because, as you saw, it's just kind of how it all came apart. These things are kind of like a puzzle. I've done enough of them now to know that clump styles, they're not all the way fused most of the time. They're still individual pieces, and you don't really know which ones are going to come apart at which stage. So, like for example, the one that I did, I was planning on using this as a single trunk and some of the others as part of the clump, but couldn't do it because the puzzle just came apart in different stages. And in the end, it just didn't work out that way. So, you know, for what it's worth, that's some of the observations that I've got to share. I did try something new here in the end with this white sand, and I'm sorry for the lighting. The lighting's not as good right now, but I put some white sand on top of the bonsai soil to kind of cover up the bonsai soil, and I thought white sand contrasting with the black rocks and the black pot would look kind of cool. I've tried this before with other white rocks, and in the past, the white rocks turned yellow over time after watering them. So this time, I tested it out and got some of the sand wet, you know, and just let the water sit there for a couple days, and it stayed white. So, so I'm hoping it works out. Because if not, it's dawning on me now, I'm not sure how hard it's going to be to get that sand out of there. So let's hope it works. Anyway, I've got a ton of pieces here, really good material, so I'm going to make a bunch of pre-bonsais out of those. I'm just going to pot them all up real quick, and then I'll figure out what to do with them later. But hope you enjoyed. So if you've ever done one of these little clearance Schefflera clumps, add whatever experience you've got, or any bullet points or any notes that you might have taken away from it, because you know, that's how we all learn. So I appreciate everybody who does that. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would encourage you to do so, because you can see updates on this and on other trees that I've done, whether pre-bonsai or one that I've had for years. So I've got several variety. You can check out some of the playlists on my channel there, on Bonsai Boise's channel. So anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Okay, so it's a few hours later now. Took a little basketball break, now I'm back. So aside from that Schefflera clump, which is right there, this is what came from that $11 clearance Schefflera clump. So again, they're ugly and raw right now. They're basically just tiny little stumps, but good material. It doesn't take long for these to actually develop and look pretty good. So I liked them, because normally I wouldn't have kept this many, but they just had good movement to them and a good look to them. So I figured, why not? So get the focus. So there it is. That's what you get out of a $11 clearance Schefflera clump. Thanks for watching.